What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to do excellent throws every single time to help you catch Darkrai in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how hyped are you for Darkrai? I am so absolutely hyped for this. I can't wait to do this. Finally, we have a new raid boss that I can help you guys hit excellent throws, because we've had so many been recycled constantly that now's the time to get you prepped and ready to hit excellent throws every single time, to make sure that you catch as many of these guys as possible, because we only have a little over 2 weeks to do this. So we want to make sure that we have the fundamentals down, and we want to make sure, number one, we know the 100% IVs. If you guys want the full counter guide, I'll put it up here, but I'm also going to put it at the end of the video so you guys know exactly what you need to do to set up, to see how many people you need, how many parties, what your parties are going to look like, and everything like that. As far as the 100% IVs go, you can catch it under normal conditions, 2136, and only under foggy weather, since it's a pure dark type Pokemon. You can catch it boosted at level 25 at 2671. So those are definitely the conditions you want to look out for. Like I said, the counter guy will have everything you need to know for it. So getting right down to it, we want to make sure we know how to hit these excellent throws every single time. Starting off, we're going to do, number one, we're going to push on the ball. Pushing the ball in the dock is going to start resizing the circle. The one thing I always recommend is you do it and you keep the ball pushed to kind of get down his attacks. Only in Nashville we're gonna get that. So pushing down the ball in the dock is gonna start sizing the circle, right? So you're gonna watch the Darkrai do his attack. You're gonna watch him do any type of movements that it's gonna do. And then this is gonna basically prime your brain to know when the timing is gonna be perfect, because you wanna watch when he starts doing his attack. It's going to freeze the circle from where it is, and then it's going to resume when the attack finishes. And throwing the ball before he is done with the attack is the crucial time to make sure that you can catch it every single time. The timing is everything for these excellent throws. And then it's basically knowing how far back Darkrai is, when to release it, where to release it, how much speed you have to release it with, right? So you're gonna wanna time that, know what circle size is the best for you. If it's a great throw, that's awesome. Still try to hit it in the middle and get yourself ready for excellent throws every single time, because if you can master hitting it directly in the center every single time at a great throw, you can make it smaller and increase your catch chances. Also, you want to use the golden raspberries because they definitely help out catching it. Excellent curveball throws is the best way to do it. If you want to check out what the berries are going to do, we will put it at the end of the video. So now let's get into how to hit the Darkrai every single time, slow motion, up close, with circles, with pauses, so that you can master this Darkrai in Pokemon Go. So let's do it. Close, guys. Excellent throws, Darkrai. Right now, we're going to start with setting the circle, meaning putting your finger on the ball and watching the attack. It's kind of a weird attack. Darkrai comes to the front, goes to the side. The circle starts appearing before the Darkrai gets back into the center. So you're going to have to note that when you're releasing the ball, because boom, right there, the circle is going to pop up before it gets back to the center, but you still have to aim at the center. So right about here is going to be the biggest great throw that you can possibly get. So make a note for that if you're looking at big great throws. And right here is going to be the smallest great throw that you can get right before we get into the excellent throw range. And if we go a little bit smaller, right here we now have the excellent throw. This is the biggest excellent throw you can get. And if you go even smaller, this is the smallest excellent throw that you can get. So it's very tough for this one, but in between there, if you're looking for the excellent throws, but if you do master it, you can get that. So we're just going to watch the Darkrai do its attacks, because I think it's really important when you first see these raid bosses just to take a moment, watch the attacks, see what happens, and this is exactly what we're going to do right now. Notice the Darkrai goes from side to side. If you're really trying to maximize on these, because remember, guys, we're getting double candy per catch right now, and I know that maybe at some point in the near future, Darkrai will come back as a shiny or something like that, and we won't be getting double candy, but double candy is super crucial. So just watch the Darkrai, watch it go back and forth, and now we're going to start with the excellent throws every single time. So I throw with my right finger off to the right of the screen, but you can do this left as well. So if you want to check out here, we're going to start slowing it down for you guys so that you can really start honing in and breaking this down, because it is quite difficult. Actually, it's pretty difficult Pokemon to catch. I'm not even going to lie about this. So here we go. We're going to release right there, right before the Darkrai comes back in. And notice how I'm throwing to the center of the screen, which is going to throw off a lot of people. We throw towards the center. We don't wait and throw towards where the excellent center is, right? If that kind of makes sense. So notice here, we got the circles up, down, and then release. And look at where the Darkrai is when the release is. I want you guys to really focus on the release points. Notice where the Darkrai is. He's sitting like on the left of the screen. It's really the weirdest attack animation that I've seen yet. So here's the first one. We're going to see the Darkrai right? And that's the start of the attack, right? As soon as he starts to pull back, we know the attack's going. So here is going to be the first up. Just notice as we go through this slow motion where the Darkrai is sitting every single time. So I'm going to do 3 full circles of my curveball before I release. So this is the first down right here, and the Darkrai's in the upper corner, right? And then he's going to go all the way down and back to the left corner before he circles back into the middle. So it's kind of like an upper to lower zigzag before he gets back. So we're at the bottom of the second right now, which is super crucial. The Darkrai is going to really go across the screen quite fast here. So we're getting ready to throw. So when you see it coming back towards the middle, know that you're going to have to make one more quick circle, and then you're going to have to release, right? Because right here is about the bottom, and you notice how when I release, it's speeding up. And then we're going to go for the release point, which is right here. And the Darkrai is kind of like off center, really weird, but you have to aim to the center of the screen, not the center of the Darkrai, because look at where my ball goes. And look where the Darkrai is. Like, he's totally off center. But this is where the circle appears for the Darkrai, right there. And then boom, he comes and shifts right into the excellent throw. So if you can time that up, just as we did right there, you're going to have a tremendous amount of success catching this Darkrai, because he's going to come into the excellent throw and you're going to hit him every single time, just as this one's about to go right here and he circle pops, boom. So it's really a weird, really weird attack animation, and this is going to be in fast motion. I'm going to do it 2 times for you guys. If you guys need to watch it again, make sure to go back and do it. All right, everyone, so that's it. Make sure to take your time, make sure to be there, make sure to basically look at, see how the circle's set, how far the Pokemon is, what circle size is most comfortable for you, and then of course, make sure to be there, be present, and catch as many of these as possible, because we said, because like I said, we have a little bit over 2 weeks. You want to stock up on as many of the Darkrai as possible. And the last thing I just wanted to cover, if you happen to wait too long before you throw your ball, the circle is going to resize, and people may be like, oh, the circle size trick doesn't work. What really happens here is you are spinning your ball of your curveball, you released it after it was done attacking, and then it started to resize the circle, which then once you threw it, resized the circle, and then it hit it at a different circle size, and it didn't lock the circle. So the key is airplanes. We're in the park in Nashville filming this, and it's noisy and people like to be in the background. So the key is you wait till Darkrai attacks, you pick the ball up, and then you have to release it before the attack is done, and if done properly, it will hit Darkrai exactly when it needs to, so that if Darkrai were happen to do a second attack, you already timed it so perfectly that the ball was able to sneak in between, because double attacks don't happen immediately after each other. There is a slight, very small window of opportunity, which will then allow you to hit the Darkrai, and you will never waste a Pokeball ever again catching Darkrai. And we're going to go over the best of the best series to make sure you know exactly what to do with it. But right now we're going to check out how do berries help and influence, including curveballs, in catching these legendary Pokemon. So let's check this out right now. If we start at the very top with a normal throw, nothing onto it, it is a 2.17%. So I just wanted to make a quick note here that the pineapple berry is the exact same as using no berry, because it does not have an increased catch rate bonus as do other berries. So the raspberry is a 1.5 times multiplier, the golden raspberry is a 2.5 times multiplier, and the silver pineapple, which is a newer berry, is a 1.8 times multiplier. So it is in between, not directly in between, but a little bit increased from a raspberry, definitely decreased from a golden raspberry, but then you also get the double candy. So this is one thing that you may want to take into account. If you really don't like the Pokemon, you may want to go with a regular pineapple berry, but that's literally like using no berry. So if you did a normal with no curve, it's a 2%, but you can get it all the way up to a 6.67%, which is not all that good. However, the silver pineapple berry will bump you up. It is the better option, but note that you will be using a lot of silver pineapple berries on the legendaries. If we then add a berry, a raspberry, and let's say we were to do a great throw with a curveball, we now have 8%. However, if you notice, the top left is going to be the least percentage chance of catching it. All the way to the bottom right is going to be the most chance. So the ultimate thing you can possibly do, that's why I teach you these excellent throws, is golden raspberry, curveball, excellent throw, because it's going to make the biggest difference. It's going to go from a top left 2.17% all the way to the bottom right of a 15.85%, almost 16%, which is absolutely mind-blowing, the difference, because you do this every single time. I'm telling you, you guys think like, oh, I caught it on a bunk throw, like, but all the bunk throws, you're not always going to catch it on. That could have just been like a glitch that like, hey, I didn't hit it, but I had a golden raspberry, right? I threw a curveball, so I'm at 8.9%. That's pretty good compared to doing nothing with no berry at a 2.17%. So just with the golden raspberry and only a curveball, you're getting an 8.9%. But if you increase it and you add that extra 6%, which I would obviously recommend because that's why I make these videos, but if you do a raspberry with a curveball and an excellent throw, you are going to be at a 10%, but look at this, golden raspberry with a great throw. This is why I recommend great throws are better than not hitting any excellent throws, because now you're at a 13% chance. It's only a 2% differential. And even if you just do a nice throw with a curveball and a golden raspberry, you're at 10%, which is higher than using a regular raspberry with an excellent throw. So it is absolutely crucial that golden raspberry and even hitting just a nice throw or a great throw or an excellent throw with that curveball. That's why if you want to check out how to throw a curveball video, you don't know how to do it, it really significantly helps out your chances. If you notice here, it's over a 50% increase when you are using that curveball. That's gonna do it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all my likers, commenters, subscribers, and Patreon members. And for everybody that takes their subscription to the next level over at Patreon, I super appreciate all you guys. I'm gonna see you guys out on that next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.